times. So it's probably more important than any other time that I can remember in my entire life, that we want to be able to ground, connect to ourselves, connect to our strength, connect to our breath, our breathing. So, as we always do, find a comfortable seat, find a place where you can be sitting on a blanket or a block so that you're comfortable and your spine is supported. Feel your sitting bones on that blanket. Feel the connection of your sitting bones to what's beneath you. Feel the connection of what's under your hands. Your hands are feeling your knees underneath you. Feel how your shoulders can just drop away from your ears. You want your shoulders dropping away from your ears. Feel the sense of the air on your face. Close your eyes. Feel the sensation of your upper eyelids connecting with your bottom eyelids. Feel even the sense of your upper lip connecting with your bottom lip. As we feel all of these physical sensations in a mindful way, we start coming out of the chattering head and coming into the feeling body. That's the key of being mindful, is coming out of the head and into the feeling body. So you're feeling what it is that you're feeling, the air on your skin, the feelings of the ground beneath your feet. And we're just going to start connecting to the breath like we did in previous classes. And as you start connecting to your breath, by breathing in and out through your nose and being aware of that passage of breath, you might notice that your breath is a little superficial. So as you relax and settle down and slow your breath down, that breath is going to get deeper and bigger. So you're breathing in and out through the nostrils, just letting your body relax. Notice how when you're relaxed, you just receive the in-breath. And how with your exhale, you can let go of more than just the breath. Let go in every cell in your body. Feel everything letting go. So you're breathing in. And you're breathing out and letting go of everything that you don't need to be holding now. Feel each cell letting go. Breathing in. And you letting go. Releasing and relaxing with each exhale. Now just like we did in the last session, let's move into three-part breath. We're going to place our hands on the belly, and as we breathe in, we're breathing into that belly by relaxing the stomach muscles, breathing into the belly. And as we exhale, we're contracting that belly. Breathe in through the nostrils and expand that belly. Breathe in through the nostrils, expand the belly. And as you exhale, pull that belly in, exhale. Breathing into the belly. And exhale, close that belly or contract that belly. Let's do one more belly breath. Breathing in, I'm just breathing into the belly. Breathing in. And exhale, contract that belly, and you can even pull up the pelvic floor in that contracting belly as you expel the air. Now we're going to take it up into the ribs. So we're breathing into the belly, opening up the ribs. And then release the ribs. Let those intercostal muscles come together. Pull the belly in, pull the pelvic floor up. Release the belly. Open up the ribs. And then release those ribs, pulling the belly. We'll do one more like this. Breathe into the belly. Open up the ribs. And then release those ribs, pull the belly in. Now moving into the third part, taking the breath all the way up into the chest. So breathing into the belly, opening the ribs, open up the chest, and then release that chest. Release the ribs, pull in the belly. A couple more like this. Belly, ribs, chest. Hold the breath in the chest for as long as you can. And then release from the chest. Release the ribs, pull in the belly. So while this virus has been raging, keep breathing. A lot of people have experienced difficulty with respiration. That's where this thing is occurring. So we want to really work our breath and work with the cleansing of the breath, belly, ribs, chest, opening up the chest area, clearing out that chest and lung area, release the chest, release the ribs, pulling in the belly. Let's do two more 3-part breaths. Breathing in, opening, opening. I'm just getting a tissue. And then release, release, release. And we'll do one more breath, one more complete yogic 3-part breath. Belly, ribs, lungs. Hold the breath in the lungs. As you hold the breath in the lungs, so you're strengthening the lungs. And then release the lung, release the ribs, pull in the belly. And then just sit and breathe for a couple moments. And I want to just breathe, easy breathing. You don't have to work your breath. I want to read this poem that I read on Tuesday again, because I feel, so just breathe quietly, calmly while I read this, just breathing in and out. I feel that it is so important now that we are confronted with so many different emotions and thoughts and feelings, and we really have no choice but to face, embrace, and learn from every one of those feelings that are coming up. I was teaching last night in the Hayom Yom how it's our work to learn to deal with the unfortunate guests that dwell in our households, in our beings, and in our real households. We need to learn how to deal with them. And this time is giving us a real opportunity to deal with, learn with. Let the people in our homes, let the emotions in our beings be our teachers to where we need to grow and where we need to evolve. So I just want to read this poem again, and I feel that it's really instructive for this time. This Being Human, it's a poem by Rumi called The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door, laughing, and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So I'd say that right now, a lot of what we deal with is anxiety, fear, lack of hope, trust. So see those feelings coming. They are sent as a guide to enable us to say hello to them, greet them at the door, and then really learn how we can build our trust and build our hope and build our faith at this time. That's what this is kind of all about. So I'm going to take my tissue, I'm going to clean out my nostrils, and we're going to do some kind of power breath. It's called Kapalabhati in yoga terms, or skull shining breath. So I'm going to clean out my nostrils. And the way that this breath, see, I'm going to dispose of my tissue. None of you are going to get infected because you're all in a safe zone. So that's good. So the way we do this breath is we breathe in and just breathe out very forcibly through the nostrils. So it's just a inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then we'll take a little rest. A little rest will be just breathing a few breaths, nice and easy, just breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. And then we're going to go for another round of that Kapalabhati breath, skull shining breath, because it brings lots of energy and oxygen into the top of the skull shining. So let's do that again. And just imagine with every breath you're taking that you're flooding your system with hope, optimism, trust, and faith. That with the inhale of oxygen, neshima, breath, is feeding neshama, soul. So let's do that. Let's go. Breathing in. And let it go. So feel that influx of oxygen just flooding into your brain and your lungs and your awareness, and feel flooded with hope and optimism. Let's take the arms up and just reach up, and down, 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 down. Breathing in and up, 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 up. Exhale, down. Breathe in again, up and down and up and down. So we're combining breath with movement, and we're going to increase this movement a little faster. So we're going to go inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take a slow up, slow down, slow inhale up, slow exhale down. One more, slow inhale up, slow exhale down. And we'll just sit and take 3 easy breaths where we're not manipulating the breath at all. Just breathing in, breathing out, we can practice the ocean sounding breath for these next two breaths. When as you exhale, feel a ocean sounding breath in your throat. The way you can identify that feeling in the throat and that sound is, imagine that you're breathing into a mirror. You can put your hand up in front of your face, open your nose, breathe in through your nose, and fog up that mirror with an open mouth. Breathe in, fog up the mirror. Now we're going to do that without opening the mouth. So you breathe in and you breathe out with your mouth closed, but still feeling that ah sound. So it's breathe in and then in the back of the throat. Breathe in. Exhale in the back of the throat. One more. Breathe in. Exhale into the back of the throat, the sound. So that's a very relaxing breath. And then I want to do this lifting up the arms and bringing the arms down with the exhale. And notice every time I take my arms up, I'm putting a different wrist in the front. So I have my left wrist in the front, my arms come down, I bring my arms up above me, and now my right wrist is in front. So let's do that again. So breathing in. One more. Sitting with the hands on the knees. Couple easy breaths, making that ocean sound with the exhale. Breathing in. Breathing in. Last time, breathing in, ocean sounding breath. Good. Let's stretch out the legs. If you've been sitting cross-legged, I'm just going to stretch out the legs, stretch them out. I'm raising up my knees and I'm just bending one knee and straightening and bending and straightening and getting some movement into my legs. And now I'm going to point and flex my knees, point and flex my toes. And I'm bringing up my right leg up into my chest. I'm bending that knee, bringing up my right leg. I'm taking my left arm, wrapping it around that right knee, hugging it into my belly, lifting up my right arm, lifting it up, lifting it up, lifting it up, and then placing it behind me, and I'm going to start to twist. I'm going to straighten up my back, and I'm going to start looking over to the right side. Every time I inhale, I'm going to straighten up my spine. And every time I exhale, I'm going to twist more to the right-hand side. So I'm twisting all the way to the right. Breathe in and twist the belly over more to the right-hand side. Breathe in. And now twist the ribs more to the right-hand side as you exhale. And then finally breathe in and take the shoulders more to the right-hand side as your right hand is pushing down into the floor, lifting you up so you have a nice straight spine as you turn to look all the way to the back on your right side. And then bring your right arm to hug that knee, take your left arm behind you, and we're going to do the same thing, pressing your left hand down, twisting and turning, breathing in and turning. So we did that with that right knee hugging to the chest. Put your right foot on the outside of your left leg, and we're just going to take the arms up and stretch forward to that outstretched left leg. Stretch forward to the outstretched left leg over your cross your right knee that's all the way up to your chest. Do it once more. Lift it up. Exhale over. And now let's take that right knee and drop it all the way to the right-hand side. So we're kind of in a seated pigeon pose. Lifting up, lifting those arms all the way up, stretching forward. Inhale up. I'm going to drop my hands down. I'm going to bend up that left knee, and I'm going to lift up into like a one-legged table. Breathing in, breathing out, dropping down my seat, stretching out my left hand, lifting up. Exhale, coming forward. Let's do it one more time. Lift up the arms, drop them down behind you, bend up your left knee, lift up into a table with one leg. And drop it down, stretch out both legs, lift up, forward fold. Coming up, and let's do that, lifting the left leg up into the belly, taking the right arm, wrapping it around that left knee, hugging that left knee right into the belly, lifting up the left arm nice and tall, placing that left arm behind, and now we're going to breathe in our dog back. Now I keep turning to the front to look at you guys, but as you're twisting, your head is going to be turning to the left, looking behind you. So every inhale, you're stretching up your spine. Every exhale, you're turning a little more to the left. Exhale, take your belly round. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, take your ribs around. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, take your shoulders all the way to the back. And then you come forward. Switch arms, take your left arm to wrap around your left knee. Take your right arm behind you. Turn to the right side. Breathe in, get tall, breathe out, twist around. And then come forward, take your left hand, your left leg, cross it over your outstretched right leg. Breathe in and up. Open up that chest, fold it forward. You folding over your outstretched leg, coming up. Let's drop that knee down so it's now in a pigeon formation or pigeon alignment. The outstretched leg has a straight foot, lifting up, exhaling over that outstretched leg. Drop the head down. One more time, lifting up, reaching up. Let's do our little pulling on that rope, getting a lot of extension in the spine. Exhale over that outstretched leg. And one more. Lift up. Exhale over that outstretched leg. Pull your head down. And we're sitting up. Bring that leg up. Lift up into your table. And drop down. We can reach forward. Inhale up. Drop the hands down. Pick that leg up. Lift it up. Drop down. Stretch out. Come forward. Lift up. Let's do this one more time. Arms are dropping behind us. You're bringing up that right leg. Lifting up into tabletop. And down. Stretch both legs out. And let's come up. And we're just going to come forward into a forward fold with both legs stretched out. Now, if this is too hard for you to stretch out over your legs, you can always keep your knees slightly bent and just stretch out as far as it is comfortable for you. And then, because this is a pose of rest and surrender, let's just drop our heads down. And just take 3 nice, easy breaths as we're leaning forward in this pose. And breathe in and lift your head up for the inhale. Exhale, drop the head down. And just feel a sense of release and calm. Breathe in and breathe out. And now we're going to move on. We have our, if you have a blanket, if you like to have a blanket underneath your knees, you could put your blanket down. And we're going to do some moves on all fours, tabletop position. So here we are. We haven't really done too many dog and cats yet, so let's do our dog and cat back, just to warm up the spine. Breathing in, dog. Flattening up, cat. Breathing in, dog. Flattening up, cat. Let's breathe in, dog, and move into puppy. So we're breathing in, dog. Exhale, puppy. Arms come back underneath your shoulders. Breathe in, dog. Lift up and let's go to extended cat. We're pulling back, round, 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 all the way back. And we're stretching out an extended child or extended cat pose. Coming up. Let's do one more of each. Breathing in, dog. Exhale, puppy. Hands underneath the shoulders. Breathing, dog. Flatten the feet, round up. Pull back into extended cat. And now we're back in our tabletop position. So let's stretch the right leg back and just push out that heel so the calf gets a little bit of a stretch. And we're going to pick up that right leg and pick up the left arm. This is a nice stretch. It's a balance. Just stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out, and drop. Let's do the same thing on the other side. We're taking the left leg, stretching it out, feeling that calf muscle, pressing back, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then lifting the left leg, lifting the right arm, and just breathing as we hold this. Just breathe and hold and breathe and hold and breathe and hold. And then drop it. So we're going to extend that a little bit. We're going to take the right leg back, the left arm out. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, bring elbow to knee, round the back. Bring elbow to knee and then stretch out. Stretch out left arm, right leg. Round, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, round. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, round. Last time. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, round. And we're back in our tabletop. Let's just sit back, loosen up our shoulders, loosen up our wrists, press the wrists, the fingers forward, lift up the spine, shake up those wrists. Let's do the other side. So we're coming back to the same place. Now we're stretching out. Left leg, right arm, inhale, stretch it out, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch out, Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last time. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then sitting back on our heels. So when you're sitting back on your heels, it's always a nice time to work on a breathing. Any kind of breath helps you take a little break in between the moves, and also gives us, or gives you, gives me, gives all of us a chance to practice some breathing. So let's do that breath, that alternate nostril breathing that helps us balance the left side, or the right side and the left side, helps us balance our parasympathetic nervous system with the sympathetic nervous system, helps us balance our feminine and our masculine, our yin and our yang, our lunar and our solar, all those wonderful things. So cleaning out the nostrils. And we're just going to do a couple rounds. We're going to pick up the right hand, use the right thumb, breathe in through the left. Close the left nostril, hold the breath in, release the right nostril, and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close off the right nostril. Release the left. Breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Close it off. Out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close it off. Out through the left. In through the left. Close it off. Out through the right. Last round. In through the right. Close it off. Out through the left. In through the left. Close it off. And out through the right. And then just sit and feel while the oxygen from the two sides of the body, the two nostrils, kind of integrate and balance, and we integrate and balance our own energy. And now we're going to carry on. So when we're in this tabletop position, there's so many different moves we can make. So let's take the right leg and kick it up and just do some donkey kicks. Kick up, kick up, kick up, kick up, kick up. And then we're going to open that knee and kick out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then kick it right up, up, as high as it will go. And bring it down. Let's do the other side. Kicking up donkey kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some people call this, I'm sorry to sound uncouth, but fire hydrant pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then kick it up really high, really high, really high, really high. And let's just feel, we didn't do this on the other side, but just let's feel that opening. If we bend that left knee and take the left foot all the way as far back as we can go without putting it on the floor. And then bring it back. Let's do that on the other side. And take that the right leg, bend it, open it, and we're just sending it all the way down, down, down. And we're going to do all of those moves being in downward facing dog in a little while. and move into the pose called Wild Thing, which is really fun and wild. It's a good time to get wild right now. So coming from our tabletop pose, let's move into downward dog. So we're pushing up into our dog, walking our dog, walking our dog, pushing up into dog. Let's come into plank pose, which means we just go into a nice straight line. And from plank pose, if we drop our pelvis all the way down, we can come into upward dog. So let's go from up dog to down dog to plank. Drop into up dog, inhale, exhale into downward dog. Inhale into plank, exhale into up dog, inhale, down dog. Exhale, up dog, and let's come into plank. I think I missed the plank, and let's sit back on our knees. So that's a nice little sequence to stretch out the spine. We have downward facing dog, we have plank, and we have up dog. So I'm going to do that again, and then we're going to come into a stand. And from the stand, we'll go into down dog, and from down dog, we will go into wild thing. So let's do this little sequence again before we stand up. We're going to come into up dog, downward facing dog, coming into plank, dropping the pelvis into up dog. My students know, and students of Paula know, engage grappa to support your lower back. That means make a girdle of your glutes, rectum, anus, pubis, perineum, and abdominal so your lower back doesn't crunch. Inhale into downward facing dog. Exhale into plank. Inhale, up dog, use grappa, and then into downward facing dog. Going to step now forward. Let's just walk the back feet towards the hands and the hands to the feet. And we're going to come up into a stand. So here we are. And before we move into the other parts of this series, I just, like we did before, either you lose my face or you lose my feet. But I want you to see my feet. So we spoke in the last class about grounding. And it's really important now. Just feel your feet on the ground. Feel your feet on the ground. And I have a great aid to help you feeling grounded. Take a tennis ball or any kind of ball around this size, and you can give your feet a wonderful massage. What it will do is it will be beneficial for your whole system, getting a massage by rubbing this, your feet over a ball, but it will also get you more in touch with your feet. And being in touch with your feet is really important because we got to feel grounded in these challenging times. And being grounded means that you're able to connect yourself to the ground and feel the ground. And because our feet are the parts of our body that engage with the ground, if our feet are asleep or not awoken, they're not woke. We want to have woke feet. In order to have woke feet, you need your feet to be awake and alive and alert. So rolling them on a ball, tennis ball, or a little rubber ball like this is really, really helpful. So you roll your feet on the ball, you wake up your feet, they get kind of engaged. And then when you stand on the ground, your feet are more alert. And like we did last class, just feel yourself able to rock from heel to toe, and feel all your feet parts very alive. When you stand on the ground, you want your toes to be spread. You want to feel a triangle of support underneath your big toe, your little toe, and the heel is a nice triangle that makes a base of support so you can stand and feel firm. So before we move on, let's just stand in mountain pose. Let your knees be not locked, and just pick up your chest. Let your pelvis tilt forward slightly. And you're just standing with soft knees, standing up, feeling grounded in your mountain pose. And then let's lift up the arms so we can feel extended mountain pose. And then come down, hands in prayer position. So I'm going to do this sideways so you can get a better view. So we're moving into the beginnings of sun salutation. So here we go. Taking the arms out to the side and up. Feet are grounded. We're reaching nice and tall. Arms come out to the side and then soft knees. Let yourself just hang. This is the first time we're opening the lower back, really. So just hang. Let your head hang. Let's just take a couple breaths just hanging over like this. And then bring your hands above your knees and come into a flat back. Inhale. And exhale. Drop the hands down on the mat. Take the right leg back and the left leg back. Push up into your downward facing dog. We're going to drop the knees onto the chest. We'll do chest and chin and come into our cobra pose. So inhale, chest and chin, straighten up into cobra. Use grappa, glutes, rectum, anus, pubis, perineum, and abdominals. What does it mean? Engage those muscles to support your lower back. Onto the knees. Let's pull back into child's pose. Up into tabletop. Hook the toes. Press into downward facing dog. Right leg forward. Left leg forward. Coming up. Up. Exhale. Hands down the center line. Let's do the same thing on the left, leading with the left. Coming up. Exhale. Fold and drop. Soft knees. Just hang, couple breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, flat back. Exhale, drop the hands down. Take the left leg back. Right leg back. Push up into downward dog. Drop the knees. Let's do chest and chin. Chest, chin. Stretch out into cobra pose. Back onto the knees. Exhale into child's pose. Coming up. Downward facing dog. Stepping the left leg forward. Stepping the right leg forward. Coming up. Lifting up. And down. So now we're going to do the variation where we come into wild thing. And after that, we're going to relax, come onto the ground, do some things on our back, and take it easy and get ready for relaxation. So here we go. So we're coming up, reaching up in our mountain pose, soft knees, coming forward, dropping down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, drop down. Right leg goes back. Left leg goes back. And here I am in my downward facing dog. So like we did when our knees were on the floor, we're going to take that right leg up. Exhale, bring it under the chest. Take it up. Exhale under the chest. Take it up. Exhale under the chest. Then the next thing we're going to do is moving this blanket out the way. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to lift it up, bend the knee, and really open that right hip. Open that right hip so nice and open that we can go into wild thing. I'm going to demonstrate it. Let me do it first with you watching, and then you'll do it. Don't do it right away. I'm opening up that right knee, and then I'm just going all the way over so I can stretch back into wild thing, and then I'm going to come back. So that's what it looks like. Lift up your right leg, bend the knee, open the hip, reach that knee towards the ceiling, and flip over, stretch up, and then come forward. And let's take a little rest. We'll take that right leg up, bring it into pigeon pose. Flatten the left leg behind. We'll take a little rest because that was quite strenuous. Bring your hands inside your right knee and just let's rest in pigeon pose. We're just taking a few breaths in our pigeon pose. The wild thing is a nice hip opener. So is pigeon pose, a hip opener. You can stay down. I'm just going to come up so I can see you better. When we open the hips, we stretch the psoas muscle. And the psoas muscle is a muscle that's involved and connected to our nervous system. When the psoas releases, it's easier for us to release our emotional stress. So if you can't see me, my right leg is bent right underneath me, and the foot is kind of folded forward. I can stretch it a little bit out. So I'm in pigeon pose and I'm taking my little rest. Pigeon pose, you could put your head supported by your lift up your thumbs and support your head. And we'll take 2 breaths just resting here in pigeon pose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're going to come out of this so we can do it all again on the other side. So I'm stretching into downward facing dog. I'm stepping my right leg forward. I'm stepping my left leg forward. I'm rolling up. I'm coming up. And I'm going to just stand for a couple moments in mountain pose. I'm just feeling grounded. I'm feeling connected to my center line. If you're not comfortable holding your hands in prayer position, you can just let your hands drop down to the sides. Feel yourself, feel your chest lifting. Feel your pelvis tilting slightly forward. Feel your knees soft. We're just going to be here in mountain pose for a couple breaths. And now we're going to go for wild thing and pigeon, leading with the left leg. So breathing in and up. Exhale out to the side and drop it all the way down, soft knees. Breathe in, flat back, looking up. Exhale, hands come all the way down. Left leg goes to the back. Right leg goes to the back. Push it up. I'm not sure if we did the regular chest and knees, so we'll just do it quickly and then we'll come back. I'm not sure if we did it on the left side. Chest and chin. Coming up to cobra. Now we're ready we back here. Good. Now we're going to kick up the left leg. Kick it up underneath the chin. Kick it up underneath. Inhale up, exhale out. Inhale up, exhale under. Now we're going to take it, open up that knee, and bring it forward. One more time, open up that knee, and we're going for the wild thing. Lifting up, 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 and coming back. Kicking up that left leg, and then bringing it forward into a pigeon pose. So pigeon pose can be done lifting up the back, or it can be done as a reclining pigeon, a tired pigeon, a resting pigeon, supporting your head with your thumbs, and just coming into a rest like this. Now, in order to come out of this, your left leg is forward in pigeon. Just fall onto your left hip and spring around your right foot. So here we are. We're kind of in this position. And from here, let's go into this little twist. My knee, one knee is on top of the other knee. And let's see if we can do this as a balance. We're just going to stretch the legs out and balancing on the sitting bones. One knee is on top of another, and we're just stretching the knees out. Come forward, switch the knees around. One knee on top of another, grab hold of your big toes. Stretch, 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 and balance. And drop it forward, coming forward. And now you'll be pleased to know we are lying down. And while we're lying down, just bring your knees up. Let your knees go from side to side, side to side, over and over and over and over. Now stretch out your left leg. Take your left hand and grab your right knee and just pull it all the way over you. So pulling that right knee all the way over you. Your head is down, and just be there in this reclined twist for a couple breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. And then straighten up. Hug in your left knee. Take your right hand to the outside of that left knee and push it over, push it over, push it over. Lay back, turn to your left side as your left knee is going all the way over to your right side. Take a couple breaths. And stay on your back. And we're going to move into final Shavasana pose, which is final relaxation pose. So we didn't do so many poses laying down on the back, but just if you move yourself into a nice position where we're ready to relax, laying flat on the back. Now, if your lower back is tight, you might want to put a cushion underneath your knees so that your knees can have a little bit of support. So if you're laying down and your lower back is tight, you could put a blanket under your knees, so your knees would be supported like that underneath you while you lay back. If you want to feel like you want to open up your chest, let's say you've been suffering from some respiratory issues, you could lay back in fish pose. You could put a blanket right by your sacrum, lay back and open up your arms. Your head could be on the blanket, or it could be dropping off the blanket. And you could lay in this supported fish pose, which is highly recommended at this time. It will open up your chest and allow any kind of respiratory issues to get a little assistance with your chest being open. So you can do your Shavasana like that. So you can have support for your knees. You can be laying down over the blanket, exposing your chest so that you having your relaxation in a supported fish pose. So while you're doing that, close your eyes. All of you should close your eyes and just start to relax. Just start to relax and let your body just melt into the supports and into the floor. Feel your head relaxing, letting go. Feel your jaw relaxing. Feel the tongue in your mouth relax. Feel your neck relax. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your lungs relax. Feel your belly relax. Feel your pelvis relax. Feel your thighs and your knees relax. Feel your calf muscles relax, your ankles relax, and your feet relax. Feel all of these body parts relaxing and releasing and just melting into the ground or the blanket or whatever it is that's underneath you. Just let go. Just let go. Let everything go. Let the bones let go of holding you. Let the muscles let go of needing to move you. Let the tissues relax. Let everything just relax. Stay connected to your breath, the inhales and the exhales. And while you're just lying there on the floor, imagine that we can go on a beautiful walk together. It's an imaginary walk, so your body is completely relaxed and melting into the ground. This is an imaginary walk. Imagine yourself walking out of your homes and going through a beautiful forest where there's very nurturing trees full of oxygen, rich environment, and you walk through this forest. And while you're walking through this forest, you hear birds, you smell the freshness of the air. It's very invigorating and vitalizing. You hear bird chirping sounds. You hear also the sound of a bubbling little brook or bubbling creek. And you go and you see this beautiful clear water, and you follow it, and it eventually flows into a beautiful big lake. And conveniently, right next to the lake is a beautiful, very comfortable bench. And it's just the amount of warmth and sun so that you're utterly comfortable. You go sit at the bench and you're just looking out at this lake. Looking out at this lake, a beautiful, big expanse of very, very calm water. And you're just sitting on your bench looking out at this lake and just feeling so calm and so relaxed. And the water is so still. It's such a beautiful color, blues and greens. And very, very, very calm. And you're sitting and watching this lake and enjoying it so much. And as you're sitting there, you feel yourself getting so calm that your inner state starts to really mirror that beautiful, calm lake. You feel warmed by the sun. The sun is shining on your face and it's shining on your skin, and you feel yourself drinking in vitamin D. Looking out at this lake and filling yourself with the calmness of this lake. And you sit there for a few moments, drinking it all in, feeling so satiated and so nourished by this view. And when you feel full, very, very full of this beautiful view and experience, you get up and you start walking ever so slowly back through the forest, again embraced by the oxygen-rich environment, the green leaves, the sun filtering through the trees, the sounds of birds and squirrels and other little critters scampering through the forest, a hamster, a little hitch, a little other little being. And eventually you find your way back to your front door, and you come in and you lay down on your yoga mat, and you're feeling so full of your time outside and your time with nature, with the sun, with the trees, with the water. And you're lying on the ground, and you start becoming aware of your body once more on the ground, on your yoga mat. You start to bring awareness back into your legs, back into your arms, back into your mouth. Start making little movements with your face. You lick your lips, you can open and close your fingers, point and flex your feet, and start stretching out. And stretch yourself into a nice big yawn. Give yourself a nice stretch, nice long yawn. Push out your heels away from you. Reach your arms up above you. And give yourself a nice long stretch. And then roll over onto your side into a fetal position. And before you sit up, just set an intention that you can take with you into the rest of your day. Something that you got from this class that can help you take calm and ease and positive thoughts into the rest of your day. You're just laying there, creating an intention for yourself that can serve you well for the rest of the week, preparations for Pesach, going out of Egypt, liberating, freeing ourselves in every which way we can. And when you're ready, having set that intention, you're going to come up and sit yourself into a seated position. And we'll end class, but I'm asking you not to go away after we end, because I'm going to unmute you all and I want to see you and say hi. So we'll end class. Before I do that, let's just take our arms up above and open the palms of your hands and receive Shefa, receive blessings from above, blessings and protection from above, energy of redemption and new beginnings and freedom in this month of Nisan. Bring that down. It's a bowl of blessings, and place that on your heart and feel nourished by all of that good Shefa that you've allowed to infuse into you. And let's have in mind healing for all of the people who are struggling, refuah shalemas for all of the cholim, strength for those people, for everyone else who's fighting, confidence and trust for everybody who might be feeling fear, a sense of redemption and an experience of redemption in Pesach, and safety for all of us. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that you took this time when it's so close to the holidays to be with me and to practice with me. So shalom, shalom.